I would like to talk about preparing to shoot a film as an actor. Do you want to know how to arrive on the set ready with your A game? In this video, I will discuss 10 lessons that every actor can learn about what it takes to prepare to show up on the set ready to go, based on the process of legendary film director Francis Ford Coppola. Every actor dreams about arriving to the set fully prepared, confident, creative, ready to deliver their A game, their best work. Yet, many focus on memorizing their lines and sometimes miss the deeper preparation that can truly set you up for success once filming begins. Some of the greatest insights into actor preparation come not only from legendary actors, but also from directors who spent decades shaping extraordinary performances. Few filmmakers have worked with more iconic actors than Francis Ford Coppola across films such as The Godfather, The Conversation, Apocalypse Now. Coppola built a reputation for encouraging actors to dive deeply into a character, collaborate creatively, and arrive on the set with a rich understanding of the story's emotional world. Whether you're preparing for your first independent film or your 10th feature, the following principles can elevate your work before the cameras ever start rolling. Lesson number 1. Start with the story, not with your character. One of the biggest mistakes that many actors fall victim to is focusing solely on their own part, and that's it. Great collaboration can only truly emerge by understanding the entire story. Coppola has long emphasized the importance of examining the screenplay as a complete piece of dramatic storytelling. So, rather than immediately asking, what is my character doing in this script? Instead, begin by asking, what is the film actually about? What are the themes being explored? What emotional journey does the audience experience? And then, how does my character contribute to that journey? Consider Al Pacino's performance as Michael Corleone in The Godfather. Michael's transformation from reluctant outsider to ruthless leader of a crime family only has an impact because it serves the larger story of family, power, loyalty, corruption, and destiny. The producers initially believed that Pacino was not the right fit for the part, mainly because they only watched the dailies from the earlier parts of the film before Michael Corleone actually goes through his transformation. Pacino, however, recognized that this contrast was crucial to the story and to the story's overall impact. An actor who comprehends the story gains context, which leads to much more compelling acting choices. Here's an action step. Read the script at least 3 times before you make any acting decisions. Stella Adler recommended that the actor should first zoom out and read the material several times from different vantage points before focusing on your character. So for the first read, experience it as the audience. Second read, consider the social situation, the period, social status, politics, and the environment. Third read, focus on your character in relationship to the larger narrative. Who are you? Where are you? What are you doing? And what do you want? Lesson number 2, build a character biography. Coppola frequently encouraged actors to investigate every aspect of their characters' lives, even the details that never actually appear on screen. He was even famous for asking his actors to hand in their character biography. Now, why is this helpful? Because characters don't begin existing on page 1 of the script. Your character had a childhood, relationships, successes, failures, dreams, and regrets. The richer your understanding of those possible experiences, the more you fill up the character with a rich and full life. Now, this doesn't mean that you just go into all kinds of arbitrary tangents to fill in your character's history. You always have to ground it and connect it to what is provided in the material. So here's an example of that. Michael Corleone, as an actor, you might explore his experiences in the military service, his relationship with his father, his attitude towards family expectations, and his hopes about a normal life outside of organized crime. Most of this type of research never appears directly in a scene, but it fills up the actor's belief system, and an audience can always feel the depth behind the performance. Here's an action step. The character biography never needs to be finished. Simply begin your biography. Start with a couple of pages that begin to answer questions such as, what was the happiest day of my character's life? What secret do they hold on to? What do they fear the most? And what have they deeply needed since they were a little kid? Lesson number 3, research the world of the film. Coppola's productions often involved extensive historical, cultural, and environmental research. Actors cannot convincingly inhabit a world they do not understand. Authenticity lives in the details. Even subtle knowledge can affect the character's posture, speech, inner life, and behavior. For The Godfather, actors immerse themselves in Italian-American family dynamics, traditions, and social structures. Those details helped to create one of cinema's most believable family environments. Here's an action step. Create a research folder containing articles, interviews, photos, timelines, real-life examples that relate in some way to your character, and aim for as many high-quality sources as possible. Lesson number 4, know your objectives scene by scene. One hallmark of strong acting is clarity. For every scene, the actor should be in pursuit of an answer to one simple question. What does my character want right now? Not in general, not eventually, right now. A common actor trap is to focus on emotions instead of objectives. Emotions are results and they can't be controlled. Definitely not on the set. And they are not actable. Objectives, however, are not only actable things, they also create behavior. Arriving on the set with a strong arsenal of objectives will naturally and organically generate emotional truth. Here's an action step. For every scene, write down your objective. What do I want? Your obstacle, what is stopping me, and possibilities of your tactics. How do I try to get it? And remember, don't just write it down, personalize it. Make it mean something to you. This simple framework automatically creates possibilities that will serve you better on set. Lesson number 5, prepare thoroughly and then stay flexible. One lesson repeatedly observed in Coppola's filmmaking process is the value of creative flexibility. He loves to call out direction to the actors while the cameras are rolling. Preparation with flexibility frees you up to receive a Coppola-style note such as, do it again as if you're Hamlet, and then play. Preparation is essential, but rigid preparation can be a trap. Beware of rehearsing scenes so precisely that there's no room left for discovery. Film sets are living, ever-changing environments. You may encounter on the day new camera angles, script changes, different scene partners, unexpected locations, as well as you're blocking the scene right before the cameras roll. The actor who adapts remains free and alive in the moment. The actor who clings to a fixed plan will often suffocate. Here's an action step. Prepare your options. Explore multiple versions of important scenes. Experiment with different intentions, different levels, and different colors. And arrive on the set with options rather than one single solution. Lesson number 6. Develop relationships before shooting. Many of Coppola's films became classics because the relationships feel so genuine. Audiences don't just believe the characters, they believe the relationships. Whenever possible, meet cast members early, rehearse together, share a meal, discuss the history of the relationship between your characters. Trust that is built before filming often translates directly onto the screen. Now, for various reasons, you might not have the opportunity to do this with some of your future acting partners. This is where your craft can be of a tremendous service by exploring personalizations for each significant relationship. For example, think about the family dynamics in The Godfather. The authenticity comes not merely from the skills of the cast members, but from the actors understanding how their characters connect emotionally as well as socially. Coppola helped his ensemble achieve this by bringing everyone together for an intimate, unscripted family dinner at Patsy's Italian restaurant in New York City, shortly before filming began. Here's an action step. Create a relationship map. For every major character relationship, ask, what do I need from them? What do I fear about them? And what history do we share? Personalize each relationship and explore each scene. Lesson number 7, prepare physically. Film acting is also physical acting. The body communicates before the dialogue does. Coppola's characters often possess different physical identities. For example, observe Marlon Brando's total physical transformation in The Godfather, Gene Hackman as Harry Caul and his guarded posture in The Conversation, Robert Duvall's war-riddled psychosis in Apocalypse Now. Physical choices reveal psychology. Here's an action step. Explore your character's physical profile. How do they walk? How do they sit? How quickly do they move? How much eye contact do they make? How do they react under stress? Animal work is one of the most powerful layers to help the actor transform physically, while at the same time providing specificity. Lesson number 8, build an emotional access system. A film rarely shoots in chronological order. You may film the ending on day 1. You might film a breakup scene before the first meeting, or you might do the emotional climax before all the previous building block scenes. Because of this, every actor needs a reliable preparation. Different actors use different methods. Music playlists, journaling, sense memory, meditation, physical warm-ups. Here's an action step. Build and practice a repeatable pre-shoot ritual that helps you enter the inner life required for filming. Use it regularly during your rehearsal process so that it becomes a natural part of your on-set ritual. Lesson number 9, learn the technical side of filmmaking. Coppola has always embraced filmmaking as a collaborative art form. Every actor can benefit tremendously from just understanding the technical environment of a film set. Learn about camera framing, lenses, continuity, blocking, lighting setups, sound requirements. Great filmmakers like Francis Ford Coppola have an inexhaustible imagination for visual storytelling. As an actor, you don't need to become a full-blown cinematographer, but understanding the filmmaking process on other levels helps you work more effectively within it. Professional actors know how to hit marks and stay creative at the same time, and they maintain continuity and they support the camera without sacrificing their truthfulness. Here's an action step. Nerd out on behind-the-scene footage from your favorite films. You may already do this. This is legitimate homework for the actor. Lesson number 10. Arrive ready to play. Perhaps the most important lesson from great directors is that preparation exists to inspire freedom. By the time you arrive on the set, know your lines, know your objectives, know your character, and know the world. Then let go. Listen, respond, stay present. Some of the greatest moments in cinema happened because actors were prepared enough to embrace unexpected discoveries. Preparation is not about controlling the performance. It is about creating the conditions for real life to emerge. In The Godfather, Marlon Brando improvised Don Corleone's famous tomato garden death scene. He and Coppola agreed that a light-hearted domestic moment followed by a natural, quiet death would perfectly encapsulate the life of the Don. In conclusion, actors often search for a secret formula that will instantly transform their work. In reality, the truth is, exceptional performances come from discipline, preparation, combined with openness to collaboration and discovery. Francis Ford Coppola's body of work demonstrates this repeatedly. The unforgettable performances in his films are not accidental. They were built on rigorous script analysis, rich character exploration, collaboration, research, and a willingness to remain creatively flexible. Before your next film shoot, challenge yourself to prepare beyond simply memorizing. Study the story, understand the world, build the relationships, develop the character, fall in love with the craft. And when the camera rolls, trust the preparation and allow the life to pour out of you. That is where delivering a memorable screen performance begins. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe for more videos like this one. Click on the description below for links to our website and to learn more about the New Collective Acting Studio and our private coaching membership. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.